Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Sunless Sea. Where we left off last time, we had arrived at Abbey Rock, a black spit of an island, far from anywhere anyone would want to go. And that's how the Sisterhood likes it. Here stands their fortress convent. There are bear traps that look friendlier than this. Let's compile a port report. It's unlikely to be eventful. Nothing is happening. The sisters watch us. We feel their eyes. The sea crashes on the rocks, withdraws. The fortress stands stolid as the last year of a century. Greatest peril you risk here is a certain purpleness of prose. Let's knock at the iron-studded gates. Nothing. Far away, a great bell tolls. Drizzle begins to fall. You sneeze. That's really it. Search the surroundings. A map, a mask, the face beneath. Somebody died here, far from home, long enough ago that their flesh is gone. A visitor, by the look of their frog mask. The mask will be worth quite a bit. What skull would look good on a mantelpiece? And what's this map? So, we gained the outlandish artifact, a lamentable relic, a revelatory chart, and 5 new terror. We could also trade supplies. Oh, only 20 echoes for supplies? No. Let's pass on that. We're gonna leave Abbey Rock. We've gotten all we need from these sisters for the moment. It's time to head out. We're gonna head further south, sort of looping back towards London in a roundabout way. We want to gather as many port reports as possible because they will give us, a fair amount of echoes or money. Kind of important. And there are apparently no islands within range, but we'll continue to send our Z-Bat out to look around for us. We're not traveling particularly fast because we have a crappy basic engine. Eventually we will get a better one, and a better boat, and better guns. We'll get all of the better things, but everything costs money. Like our world, the world of the Untersee. Ooh, we're in Corsair's Forest. So this is near Gaider's Mourn, and there may or may not be pirates around here. And by that I mean there may be pirates right there, in fact. Okay, we can fight these pirates, even though technically they have a lot more... Oh crap, we need to move. We're gonna play a little bit of tag with them. Okay. And we need to get on their other side. Let's turn around. We need to get behind them. If we can get behind them, we will be set. Because we can just loop around behind them indefinitely. We just need to be fast about it. Oh, they're turning too quickly. We might get shot. Yep, that hurt. But we can get behind them now. Now we should be able to just stay behind them and win the fight. We might not be able to turn our light on them the whole time. Although, some of the time we will. But if you stay in... or out of their firing arc, we can pretty much just take them down without taking any significant damage. That first shot, yeah, we got that first shot, that kind of sucked, but... Oh, come on. Can I just not keep, leaving 1 hit point on things? Alright, so 1 pirate dead. The ship is yours, what will you do with her? She's a vile old vessel, same thing like last time. We open a cache of curiosities, and we're going to tap the bung carefully. It's a cask of wine. In the flaring light, it's Z-dark, but the taste is the darkness of autumn, mushroom wine. An acquired taste, perhaps, but once you've acquired it, who would go back to grapes? Nasty little bubbles of goo grapes. So mushroom wine is worth selling for sure. And we have safely-ish gotten to be able to approach Gaider's Mourn, which is right down here. We might as well grab a port report here. This place is a little bit harder to get port reports because you have to do a check for them. And sometimes they go terribly, terribly wrong and you lose some crew. This is a pirate base. The Mourn is a stalagmite vast as a crag, and its foot has no safe harbors. The Corsair Citadel nestles halfway up. An intricate system of winches takes the strain, and your ship rises slowly from the Z. Her hull creaks in protest. Grizzled sailors groan and cling to stanchions. Higher, higher. Now the Untersee shimmers like glass below. Children clamoring in crevices cheer and wave alarmingly. The winch motor slows, and you hang in a cradle next to a red-bowed pirate cutter. At evening at the errant limpet we can do, or no we can't do, we don't have the echoes for that. We can explore the Mourn though. There's a surprising quantity of actual landscape on the Mourn. It's vertical admittedly, but once you find the beast paths and urchin roads, you can traverse it as you would a rocky moor, with an additional throatful of lurching terror. Alternatively, we can grab rumors. Over here, rumors of a pirate poet. Landlubbers fear pirates. Pirates fear the poet. We can also gather intelligence, which we are for sure going to fail with only 30 veils. We have a 30% chance of succeeding, but let's explore the Mourn first. There's this. Oh, we already heard that. Okay. An intriguing smell. Who will try? Who will buy? A street vendor turns skewers on a grill. Mixed scents are nothing like anything sold in London. We don't have very good hearts. I will try the grilled troglodyte prawns. Tangy and toothsome. Walk on, chewing cheerfully. We lost 2 terror, we gained a fragment, we lost 500 hunger, and that's it for now. So we are going to try and make a port report. We are probably going to lose a crew. We did. A dislike of spies. You and one of your more villainous looking sailors join a dice game. Villainous looking, but you know, or villainous looking. Why say villainous? But you know for a fact that she tithes to charity and has a delightful singing voice. Topic turns promisingly to pillage and ambush, but your sailor is a little too forward with her questions. There's a scuffle and a stabbing. You escape. She does not. We have a port report for Gaider's Mourn. We gained 5 terror and we lost a crew. Unsurprisingly. We could spend another afternoon at the errant limpet. But we are probably going to lose another crew, so let's not do that. We're going to leave Gaider's Mourn behind and head somewhere a little bit safer. These are sort of the more dangerous sections of the Z. Not by much though, like safe-ish, sort of safe-ish, and then get dangerous and more dangerous as things go on. So yeah, gotta be kind of careful. If we go too far south, we might run into the pirate poet. If we can get behind her, we can actually kill her. Alternatively, she could shred our ship into pieces and we will lose the game. Her ship is faster than ours. That's just a frigate. 90 HP. Ooh, actually, we're gonna be okay. They're turning. Bad move. Get our lamp. They are slightly faster than us, and we need to go in like this. They're turning in. Oh no. Yes. Oh, they got us. That's okay. We're in position now. Now we should be able to stay behind them the whole time. You just gotta get in nice and close. They turn on an arc almost always. As long as you kind of stay right up their butt, you'll be just fine. Because they can't bring their guns to bear. We are gonna need to repair soon, though we are at half health or so. I fired before. Ooh, crap! I'm not moving. I fired before we had a full firing calculation or battery calculation. There's a different word for that, but whatever. We weren't locked on, and so you can do that, but you have a chance to miss. We found 2 supplies, 1 fuel, and that's it. Oh, we found something else too. The source of sustenance, a fundamental element of cargo. We also found 4 more supplies. Damn. Hardtack and water, and an unexpected box of nails. A would-be wit remarks that the nails look tastier than the hardtack until an officer's glare silences her. So there we go, we have absolutely tons of supplies now. That's actually really good. Right, we are starting to get terror, and we actually get challenges based on it. In the watches of the night, you pad softly past the hatch to the crew's quarters. A man cries out softly in his sleep, desperately. Another. We're just going to ignore them, because if we fail things, we'll get more terror, and terror is getting up there. Well, actually, it's not that bad, but still. We don't want to urge the terror on. Let's head back towards London. Hopefully, we'll be able to get there in this video. Not too far from here. It's basically straight west through the Untersee, and I don't think that... Oh, crap. That's a bad pirate ship. That's 140 hit points. We could maybe fight it. Crack pirate frigate, 20 crew. No, this is a terrible idea. Let's just run before they notice us. They're in the fog. We can probably get away. We're giving the all clear and we're just gonna run. We'll come back for that later. If we were at full hull, maybe. Because then I could take a couple hits before getting right up behind them and being able to take them down. But if we screw up this fight at all, we will get turned into paste, and that will be the end of our adventure. So we're just going to continue on. Oh, there's another place here. What is this? Well, we might as well stop in and see what's going on here. Is this the plunging station? No, it can't be. Quaker saving, that's what it is. And there's a crab up there that we can deal with later. Quaker saving. Once the simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs, before London fell and waters rushed in. Smoke spirals from cottage chimneys, a lonely hill rises behind town. Well, let's grab... Actually, let's go up to the hilltop above town. There's not much wind on the Untersee, but Mutton Island suffers eerie gusts and buffets from an inexplicably local fragment of weather, and the air on the hilltop sometimes carries interesting scents. You stand on a cliff top, looking over the little village. Smoke from the chimney of the Cock and Magpie drifts straight upwards. As you watch, the smoke tilts. Sudden wind thins to a pencil smudge, then nothing. The wind screams unexpectedly like a god cut in half. What a noise. It must be the caves around the island channeling the air. At least that's the most comforting explanation. Below you, the locals take nips from a shared flask. Can read, I promise. And make toasts towards the mainland. The wind is a southerly. So we got 2 terror, we have 14 new fragments, and that's it for now. We can have drinks at the Cock and Magpie, that'll take some of our money, which we don't have a lot of. We can pick up a wretched Mog, which loses us some supplies, but it is another mascot. We can also chat to the fisherman, which only costs 1 echo. I'm not going to spend 30 echoes on supplies. And I'm most certainly not going to spend 20 echoes on fuel. So let's chat to the fishermen. They sail the Z around the island. They mend their nets by the harbor. They see all that happens here, but you'll need the coin to open their mouths. So we spent 1. Little ships and little secrets, pirates plying the waves, smugglers at their work, connate ships putting in to resupply. Nothing dramatic, but enough to interest the Admiralty. We have lost an echo, and we have a new port report for Quakers Haven. And we're gonna roll out. Let's hit up London. We can turn in the port reports, and then we'll call it a video. We're just south of London at the moment, so it shouldn't be too hard to get there. In theory, we might run into a crab. We are definitely going to run into a crab. Burning blue, a hiss of horror from the lookout. The glim lamp at the front of the ship is sputtering and arcing, fizzing with blue light. Even as you watch, the blue fades, but it's not a good omen. There's a perfectly natural explanation for this, or... No, we're going to get... Oh, we can spend a Z story, I guess. Yeah, why not? Now any lover knows what blue light means. We lost a Z story. Rubies the size of grapes, and grapes the size of apples. Of course, the island's only visible in blue light, and then only for an instant. But if we find it, my hearts, if we find it... Oh, we're gonna get hit by a crab. I'm gonna see if I dodge out of the way, but it's not likely. We're not moving fast enough, and they're kind of agile. Ow. Stupid crab. I'm gonna turn and shoot you in this face. Why can't I shoot? There you go. I didn't have, good firing solution. Solution! That's the word I was looking for. With a forlorn and wailing cry, the megalops turns on its back, its legs neatly folded, as a bluish blood gouts from its wounds. Its golden glow begins to dim. We can dissect it, at 75% chance, or butcher it for supplies. We're gonna try and dissect it. We have succeeded in a page challenge. You set to work with your knives and acids. It is an undistinguished adolescent specimen, a megalops of one of the deep Z crab species, but its eyes, normally vestigial in these troglodytic beasts, are large and rather beautiful. The golden glow is almost gone now, although sparks leap now and then to your knife. We got some pages for that. Now pages give secrets. And if we look at our officers, we can talk to them. For example, this one. And we can spend secrets, of which we have 3, to up our stats so we can get new hearts or whatever. Each officer offers a different stat increase, so our cook obviously gives us hearts, and our mascot also gives us hearts. I kind of want to increase my pages or veils, ideally. We won't be able to raise our iron very much unless we find a very high level gunner person probably, I think, or engineer. And the reason for that is we already had 51, and the lower level ones, if you look, you have to have no more hearts than 49, for example. So we can raise our, this guy can raise our hearts to 49, but after that we are on our own. Let's put into port, turn in our port reports, and we'll call it a day. Do I have my lamp on? Oh, I've been wasting fuel. That's silly. Alright. We were at sea for a little while, so the lights of London welcome us home. We can collect messages from the harbour master. All the clatter and song of the dockside soothes the soul. Are there messages for you? Something has changed in the north. Time, the healer. Your time at Z will change you. And London. Somebody wants to sign on. We have one more of this, another day, a free evening. The Rose Market bustles on Roser's Wharf. Who will be there today? We also have some extra things that are going on. So a little gift. A very fine evening to you, Captain. My, what you might call mentor, is very fond of adventurous Z-captains, and he would like to offer you what might be called a dispensation, on account of he is so fond of Z-captains. Behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dray piled high with fuel and supplies. We have enough room, I think. Do we? We do. Okay. We will accept the dispensation. A courteous nod. Well, my patron hopes that you find these little gifts to your liking, and he expects that perhaps, someday, you might choose to call on him at the Medusa's head. Should that day come, we will make you very welcome, and give you any safe conduct, what you might require. Good evening to you. He salutes and is gone. So now we have +1 menaces, which is a suspicion, so people, will be more suspect of our ship and may search it more often for contraband. We also gained 5 supplies and 10 fuel. As you may recall, fuel is $10 per fuel, so that's 100 echoes worth of fuel and 100 echoes worth of supplies. So he basically just gave us 200 echoes for free. That's a fair amount of money. Alright, the merchant venturer wants to talk to us. An urchin tugs on your sleeve. Governor wants a word. A brooding figure waits at the lamplight's edge. Let's speak to the merchant venturer. I have need of a reliable agent, failing that an inventive one. Here are my requirements. He has very specific needs, but he'll pay much better than market rates, and he won't ask you how you came by these things. Something forlorn. You can find it in Irem, or Dreams. I don't know which is easier to find. Actually, they sell it down at Wolfstack. But where's the romance in that? Or the profit? 700 echoes for 7 bales of what? Parabola linen. Fair enough. Something durable. Murder enough monsters, or you can purchase it in Chelenate. Far to the east, they're flooded with dead monsters. I'm not. 500 echoes. Yes, it's generous. Be quick. And he wants 7 pieces of Stygian ivory, or 7 casks of sapphires. Wow. Well, we don't have either of those, so we can't really help him out. Consider a specialist surgeon. She's staying at a respectable boarding house near the docks and has made it known that she is available for work. Unfortunately, we can't afford her. That being said, we can go to the shops. The Wolfsack Exchange, for example. We can sell a cask of mushroom wine. It's not worth as much as we would like, but it is worth enough, and spider silk is worth 50. Good enough as well. We're at 99. Now we can go ahead and hire a surgeon. So now we have Clatterly Hair. She comes with a bag full of knives and her own personal sharpening stone. Don't touch these. Don't let anyone else touch them. We can appoint our new officer by dragging her into the thing. We'll do that right now. So she gives a doctor aboard, which is helpful, and +6 hearts, sorry, and +6 iron. So she's very, very helpful. Story. Let's go to our lodgings. We'll read the morning papers. The Khanate is threatening. Oh, it's the same thing again. This is exactly the same, but we got another supply from the coupon, so I mean, we're going to call that a win. We are going to run out of space, unfortunately, very quickly here. We have a lot of supplies, like a huge amount of supplies currently. But I don't want to sell them because it's not worth selling them. And we can't afford a new ship. So let's see if we can maybe talk to the Admiralty. We're going to go to their survey office. We're going to give the port report for Gaider's Mourn. So they gave us 1 fuel, 30 echoes, 1 favor of course, and your visit to Gaider's Mourn has been confirmed by the Admiralty Records Office. You have something to tell us about the pirate fleets of the forest? We are going to max out here. We're 38. Hunter's Keep. I trust the sisters are keeping well. They are citizens of her enduring majesty, notionally. So again, we got favors, echoes, fuel. Oh, we can submit things as unsubstantiated hearsay, or we can try and say it's fact. Not likely gonna work, but let's talk about vendor bite first. Okay, now we're at a problem. We are maxed out. We have 40 hold amount, and we have 40 total supplies in stock. We have 21 fuel and 19 actual food supplies. We also have 114 echoes, but that's not our concern right now. Our concern is that we are actually full of fuel and food. So, let's take a look. Maybe there's something we can do to lower our supplies. I mean, we could just sell some stuff, but it's such a waste, like a horrific waste. But I guess we're gonna have to. Man. Oh, it's not worth it at all. You know what? I'm gonna ponder this and see what we're gonna do. We'll worry about it in the next video because we're actually over time, so we'll hand in the rest of our port reports later. And we'll figure out what we're gonna do about our actually surprisingly large amount of supplies and fuel for this point of the game. So, like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Take care.